Alright, hello, welcome back. Good afternoon, everybody. It's Wednesday, which means it's time for Castlevania. So, we're going to pick up where we left off in Symphony of the Night. I don't know why I'm doing Dracula voice today. I've never done Dracula voice in this thread, or in this series, but whatever. The game is still not here. So let's load it up. Here we are. When last we left off, we had gotten the Bat Power and the Spikebreaker armor, and we had cleared out basically the entire bottom area of the castle. So the two big things we still need to do are deal with the three things I guess we still need to do are deal with the room that had all the spikes in it, the hall with all the spikes off of the chapel up there. In the top left corner of the map. And then there is a room on the very long vertical hallway to the right that we will need to go through, and then there's a room straight up from the clock room that we're going to go check out. I think I'm going to start with the spike room, because why not? I don't know. I think I'll sort of make my way up, actually. I'll go with that room to the right first, and then I'll do the clock room, and then I'll go do the spike room. That makes a certain degree of sense, right? Oops, that was the wrong way. And we also got the cool ice sword. So now we throw ice around when we swipe. What up? Anyway. We're still too short to hit Lossith. Or too tall to hit Lossith, rather. We can still ruin this guy's day just by crouching next to him and repeatedly hitting the attack button. We also now have this ability to just kind of run through most of our enemies in wolf form, which is awesome. So wolf definitely gives us a significant movement speed boost now if we double tap to run, because again, we no longer slow down or stop when we run into enemies unless we're going too slow to hit them. Excuse me, unless we're going too slow to actually damage through them, in which case we just sort of bounce off and turn back into Alucard. But if you're just going straight forward down a direct hallway, Wolf is a great power to have for that now. I can double tap, start running, say fuck it to both of those guys, and be on my way. Anyway, we're going up. So let's keep doing that, I guess. The only thing I'm slightly worried about with going up is mana conservation, because I should have enough MP to make it up that the shaft that I'm trying to make it up just fine, but you never know. The last thing I want is to get halfway up there and then all of a sudden run out of juice and plummet back down to the bottom of the shaft. So making my way on up. I'll keep the gun. Alright, getting out of the underground. While I could just bat mode and fly up these longer hallways, it honestly isn't much faster, I don't think, than just hopping up them, as long as you don't miss the jumps. Again, Wolf is now great for going down long passageways that I can easily run down. Like this one should be fine. Nope, I missed. But the wolf can also go underwater just fine. So even if I do miss the jump, he's okay, but... I know that, I think it's, maybe it's Y or triangle. I don't remember which button it is, but there's definitely a button that you can hold as the wolf that allows you to swim, as it were. You can float upwards. Alright, so I want the next room over. That's the wrong button. And now we're gonna flap our way on up. There should be little ledges along the way, actually, so I don't think mana's gonna be an issue. But this is literally what you do. You fly all the way up. And I know that I think there's a secret room somewhere along this passageway in addition to the regular room. It might be the other one, and I already got it. I honestly don't remember. But you fly all the way up. And then we finally get to here. Keep hitting the wrong button. Nah, I don't need the stopwatch. Oops, missed the jump button there. That was cool. You get the Claymore. Claymore is a two-handed big sword. Does a lot of damage, but it is two-handed, which means you have to sacrifice your shield. And it honestly doesn't actually have that much range. It's got that thrust, which is nice, but it doesn't have that much range compared to a standard sword, I don't feel. Particularly something like Icebrand that has that little ice bit that floats off of it to deal extra damage to further enemies. But weapons are weapons. And if you notice, we've now gone a little ways back down. We're about halfway down the hall. And into the room of meal tickets. The meal ticket is an interesting item. It's kind of fun to use. Keep fucking up that jump. Ah! There we go. It's not a particularly difficult jump. And we also get a moonstone. Anyway, the meal ticket, what it does, which gives you big status boosts if you're wearing it at night. Let's see, which one actually serves me better? I think this one does. Yeah. And then there's a save point. Okay. What was I saying? Oh, right, the meal ticket. You use the meal ticket, and it gives you food, as the name would imply. But I'm pretty sure the food it gives you is at least semi-random. Like, I think there's a list of food options that you can get. Now, this save point don't look quite right. Welcome to Nightmare.
Mother!
That voice! Alucard, it's you!
I'm coming, Mother! I'll save you!
No, Alucard! Don't come here!
But Mother!
It's all right. If my death can save others, I'd gladly surrender my life.
Mother, no! Please, no!
Yes, Alucard. Watch me die, and remember always my last words to you.
Yes, Mother.
You must despise humans. They are to be your prey.
What?
Better for them to die than to let them compound their sins. Begin by slaying that one over there.
No, it wasn't like this.
What's wrong? Alucard.
My mother never said such a thing.
What do you mean? Kill them and bring them happiness.
No, you're not my mother. What kind of demon are you?
You broke free of my spell. I like that.
Demon, death is too good for you.
Come here, little boy, and show me what you've got.
Time for a boss fight. This is the Succubus. Just like the mythical demon, she's a demon lady who uses seduction to trap people and what have you. At this point, she's not a very difficult fight. She's got that spike attack that she does, which can be a little bit difficult to avoid if you're just in a bad position at the moment. But that's all it takes.
Darkling, I smell your blood. You're a vampire? Could it be? That strength, that beauty. You're the son of Lord Dracula.
Death in the dream world will set your soul wandering for eternity, demon.
Wait, I beg of you. Ah!
Yeah, I don't know why she gets an accent for that one part either. She gets an accent for like one section of dialogue and then it goes away. Anyway, from killing her, we get the gold ring. Doesn't do anything for our stats really, but it has an inscription on it and it says where ... clock ... So we're going to take that. Now go actually save again. I like that encounter just because it's like one of the few boss fights in the game that actually is story-based. But it's also entirely optional. Like, well, I guess not entirely optional. It's optional if you're not going for full completion. If you're just playing, like, your first time, for instance, you'll probably never fight that boss. You probably won't fight that boss your first time through. But I like that it actually incorporates some story into the boss, and the boss itself is what's incorporating the story, unlike, say, the Minotaur and the Werewolf, where there's some story incorporated, yes, but it doesn't actually come from the thing you fight. It's Richter who just sort of sits there and taunts you before it goes off. Alright, so we need to go up and then around to the right so that we can get to the clock room. That's the wrong button, again. It's also just sort of, in general, not a terribly bad boss fight. It's relatively interesting. Her design is fairly typical for that sort of a monster, I guess, but, you know. I like the arena as sort of your own memories and blah, 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 blah. It's just kind of a cool little moment, I guess. Oh, sorry, something popped my ear real bad. I want the clock, thank you. Alright, so I believe we've actually already used the clock here. Yeah, so I don't actually need it, but what I do need is bat form or mist form, either one, so that I can go up here. And get into this passage up top. So up here there's a few goodies. A potion, a hammer that the fairy can use to get you out of petrification, and an apple that the fairy can use to heal you. And the gravity boots, which would have been real nice to have before you get here. So with the gravity boots, if you quickly tap down, up, and then jump, and it's not always easy to do, unfortunately, but if you quickly tap down, up, and then jump, you launch yourself up into the air. You can do that as many times as you have mana to do it, and you can correctly put in the combo. It's a bit of a timing game. But that gives you unrivaled vertical movement, basically. We can now go up very, very easily, as you can see, and get to places. Doesn't actually open anything new for us, but we can get to places much quicker than we would have otherwise. And with that new ability intact, we're going to go back to the chapel. You son of a biscuit. That's what you get for that. Anyway. Fuck you and all your friends. Ah ha ha. Alright, so now we're back towards, like, the beginning area, really. I always feel like there's a secret that I'm missing in this room, but I don't think there is. I don't think there's a secret here. I think it's just me having a bad memory and expecting there to be something more than there is. So there's the, Oh, I actually got poisoned. Thankfully, she had a, antidote ready to go. Nonsense. That should have killed her. Anyway. Where the fuck am I going again? Oh, right, okay. What was I saying? I was talking about wolf form, and how wolf form is good. And how, well, I don't think I was talking about this, but I like how when you come back to the beginning areas again, there's that very clear sense of progression. Like, you're obviously hitting much harder than you used to. You're doing more damage, you take less damage. It's easier for you to get through everything, essentially. because everything is so much easier to kill. Oh, I got burned. Anyway, there goes the spike ball. Okay, and I believe the next few rooms will finally get us where we want to go, which is up to the room with all the spikes that you may remember from a long time ago. One thing that I will say about the upward dash is it does not protect you from taking damage while you do it. So it's still very much possible to just run into something, an enemy, while you're jumping up and take damage from that. Alright, so here's the room that I was talking about. We're going to put the spike breaker back on. And walk right through all these spikes. And we're gonna mist our way through here. And as you can see, as mist, we can still break all the spikes. We're still in the armor. So it doesn't matter. We're gonna just crush all of this shit. Boom, 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 boom. I don't really know why they put the magic door there. I don't think there's any way that you could get there and not have the key.
So, did you find Richter?
I don't know if he's the one you're looking for, but I found a Belmont.
Really? So he is here?
But the one I saw was the enemy. He was the lord of this castle.
That can't be true. You're wrong. I must go now.
There's Maria. She bitches about how we can't be right about Richter and then bounces, and then we find the silver ring. If you'll remember, not too long ago we found the gold ring, which says where blank 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 clock ... This one says ellipses in ellipses tower. Gee. What a riddle. I don't think we'll ever solve it. Oh, I fucked it up. I was hoping that I could do that in such a way that I would shift right into the mist, or shift into the mist immediately as we got to the gate, but I just fucked up my timing on it. Anyway, so with that, we gotta go back to the clock tower where we just were. Thankfully, we can get there relatively easily if we go down and then through the upper level of the Colosseum. Now that we've unlocked that path. Ah, I fucked up the jump. Don't mind me, I'm just... Oh my goodness. I'm just ruining everything. Let's try this again. Jesus Christ. And so we once again leave Funktown behind. And I guess it doesn't really matter which thing I have equipped at this point. But from here, we now go down, and this will lead us into the side passage that you get to through the clock tower, which will drop us off right where we want to be. In the land of the goat. Alright, so now we're here. And if we wear the gold ring and we wear the silver ring, this happens. Why you get 12 rings when the hands have clearly pointed to 6, I don't know, but you do. You can also then immediately go back and re-equip the things that you had on. And this takes you to a new area. We're now in the center of the castle, the heart, if you will. If you look at the map, you can see that we're now below the clock tower room in the sort of big open space that there was there in the middle. We're gonna avoid the elevator for right now. Instead, get these bonuses over here. Woo. And I feel like, is it? I'm trying to remember. Bear with me a second, because there's definitely a save room that has a secret room on the other side of it, but it's not this one. I could be wrong about that. Maybe I'm thinking of a different Castlevania game even. Anyway. So that leads us down even further onto this giant cube thing. And before we go up there, I'm just going to go ahead and get the rest of the giant cube thing explored. It's actually not that big, but now we got the whole thing.
Alucard?
That voice, Maria?
I'm sorry. You were right. He has joined forces with the enemy.
So it was a Belmont after all.
But someone must be controlling him. Whatever we do, we can't harm Richter.
But he must be stopped.
I know. Well, here. Take these with you.
What are these?
If you wear these, you can see beyond evil illusions.
Thank you. 'Tis best then if you pray for the soul of your friend.
Alright. So we just got a new item. The holy glasses. They're okay. They give you a good boost to int. Not that much on defense, but our defense is pretty good right now, so we can just go ahead and equip those. And they let you see beyond evil enchantments, as Maria put it. So let's go visit our old buddy, Richter, as she is fond of saying it. And see if anything has changed. Spoiler, it has. What's the best way to get there? Probably to go up to that warp point and then warp from there. On this route, right? Yes, okay. Alright, so we're gonna go visit Richter. You can see just how much of the castle has been explored now. This is a huge castle map. It doesn't show you percentage. It shows you rooms. And I don't remember the exact number of rooms that I should be at this point. But let's find out real quick. Okay, so I am 8 rooms away from being at 100% for this castle, which means I'm missing 8 tiles, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4 up top there that we can clearly see, which means there are 4 other tiles somewhere in the map that I don't have yet. I don't know 100% which ones I'm missing, so I would probably need to pull up an actual map and check the tiles that way. And I suppose I can do that after I save, and we can spend a little bit of time exploring and finding all the shit I haven't found yet. Yeah, I was a little slow on that. I'm always getting hit by that second sword. I don't know why I'm so bad at fighting that guy. Alright, so this should be... Yep. Yeah, this is not the right place. This, I believe, is also, yeah, I think I want the lion's head. This is the scorpion, which should be the, yeah, Tower of Mist. There's the lion's head, which should put us in, yes, the right spot. So, I'm going to go ahead and save real quick, and then take a quick moment to sort of run through the castle map and see what all I'm missing. Before I go through the next area. Or before I go fight the boss. Okay. So let's run through this, shall we? Looking at this top section that I'm in right now, it looks like I've got everything cleared there. Going over to the right, that whole section is good. And then the next part, the clock tower, is all good. That big room is clear. The Tower of Mist looks like it's complete. The library looks like it's cleared. Long hallway, nothing going on there. The next set of rooms looks good. Yeah, that all looks correct. Going further down, that all looks good. I don't think I missed anything downstairs. Nope, sure didn't. Waterfall room is fine. That's good. That's all good. No issues there. Oh, so far so good. It's looking like I have all the rooms filled. Like I'm not seeing any missing tiles right now. Which either means the final few rooms count as the last 8, which I think might actually be correct. I think it might be each full tile counts as 2 rooms, but I could be wrong about that. I don't actually remember for sure. But I'm definitely not seeing any secret rooms that I haven't gotten to yet on this map. So, that being said, guess let's go fight the boss. Ooh, that was a thing. Anyway, do want the cross because, as we saw the last time I fought Richter, he's basically immune to holy damage, so I can just kind of spam the cross and not worry about actually hurting him, as per Maria's request.
I've been waiting for you. Answer me. Why is a Belmont planning the resurrection of Count Dracula? Count Dracula rises but once every century, and my role is over. If I can resurrect him, then the battle will last for eternity. If those are your true feelings, then so be it. Holy Cross!
You've defeated me, but all is not yet lost. The resurrection of Count Dracula is at hand.
So I accidentally had my mic muted, but you could see that green orb that was floating around there. That was new. Using the cross kind of chumped that fight. Time for a cool cutscene. Hello.
No. What have I done?
Thank you, Alucard, for saving Richter.
Alucard? The same Alucard who fought alongside my ancestor, Trevor Belmont? That was over 300 years ago. No time for small talk. Is the person who controlled you in that castle over there? Yes, I think so. Maria, take Richter and leave here. I'll finish this.
All right. Good luck.
I love that he says that castle over there. Like he just points out the window and there's the castle. And with that, we find ourselves in a new area. My rooms are at 938 still, so clearly those 4 rooms didn't count. But you'll notice that we are in a tiny room now at the very bottom of the map, and not in a small room at the very top of the map. This is the inverted castle. So if you felt like the first castle didn't provide enough content, boy howdy, they got you covered. Because guess what? The entire castle is available upside down for your exploring pleasure, including the secret areas. believe that this game does not cap out at 100%. It instead caps out at about 217%. Yeah, I was just curious what my total room count should be. But according to the internet, it's 942, and that's not what I'm at. Well, good. Anyway. Where was I? Right, so we're in the new castle. I don't need this anymore, so I'm gonna get my defense back up. I just got a bastard sword, which, standard sword, big boost in damage. Well, a decent boost in damage anyway. It is just a basic sword, nothing fancy about it. But hey, we got a new sword. Ow. So yeah, here we are now in the new castle. We got new enemies, we've got new items all over the place. And we've also got new bosses all over the place as well. This is the real sort of meat of the game. Because I got bored with the shield rod. I know it's the superior weapon, but I got bored with the shield rod. That's the honest, boring, legitimate answer. So yeah, we're in a new castle now. They also give you a library card right away, because that's the way to get back, really, is to warp back with the library card. Yeah, but all the spells are just stat boosts. And I haven't needed the stat boosts. I'm taking 1 damage from everything. I'll probably want them eventually in the second castle. But, you know, eventually I'm gonna go hunt down the Chrysogrim. And just play with that and show how that breaks the game. But that's a ways off. Anyway. In point of fact, probably the best weapon that you can use up until you get the Chrysogrim is the shield rod, because it couples with the shields that you get and allows you to do all sorts of good stuff. Damage boosts, stat boosts, all that fun stuff. Am I still in the Spikebreaker armor, by the way? Yeah, I am. Why am I still in the Spikebreaker armor? What's wrong with me? And that's great. But this is like my 4th or 5th time playing through the game. And while I don't remember where everything is, because I'm terrible and old, and my memory sucks, I've played through it a lot. And I've definitely done a playthrough where I just used the shield rod. And so I want to do something a little bit different. Yeah, very true. Yes, I hear you up there, Tombstones. Relax, I'll get to you eventually. Oops, that was the wrong button to hit. Thanks for the follow. First boss of the new castle. It's a giant bat. There we go. I was waiting for him to do some of his other attacks besides just standing there and blowing wind at me. Oh, I know it doesn't last. I'm very well aware of the fact that that 1 damage is not gonna last. So in this second castle, what's also kind of interesting is that instead of getting, what am I looking for? Instead of just getting health boosts every time you kill a boss, you instead get treasures of Dracula, Dracula's treasures. There's 5 of them, and they all give you some sort of stat boost. The ring gives you a boost of intelligence plus 10. So we have that now. This is the room that we fought, what's his name? Caruso Man? It's Crow Man, but... No, I don't. I play this game for fun. I play it as I learned how to play it, which was just by messing around with the game and enjoying it. I have fun with the game. I don't need to be perfect at it. That random walking knife. Some TNT. There's the moon rod. Yet another fancy new weapon. Well, yes, you need to collect all of the treasures to actually unlock the final room. But in terms of direct gameplay, that's what's cool about the moon rod, by the way. In terms of direct gameplay, they give you stat boosts, and then you use them later on to get to the final boss. Which, I guess, spoilers, if you've never engaged in the Castlevania game before, the final boss is Dracula. Gotcha. Out. Yeah. Alright, gotta go up. Get those map squares. Oh, I forgot. The turkey's on that side, or the pot roast is on that side. Ah, I missed my jump. I'm not gonna get it, am I? Yep, it's gone. Dang it. That's my own fault. That was just me being dumb. Oh, I missed a tile. Damn it. Gotta go back and get the tile. That was, I think, part of the reason that I enjoy the Castlevania games so much, is that it plays ever so slightly into my very mild OCD of wanting to collect everything and clear out the whole map. No, I'm not even sure what you're talking about with wing smashing, if I'm being totally honest. This is not a high-skill run of the game. This is just me playing the game to stream and have a bit of fun on Wednesdays. Bing. Yeah, that was awkward. I don't know why my emulator does that, but... Nope, forgot there was a second one of these guys. Gotcha. Well, I'll look it up at some point, I guess. Oh, that's right. They just come back, don't they? Anyway. So the nomenclature for all of this is just to refer to everything as the inverted blank. So this is the inverted clock tower. There's the Medusa heads. God dang it. I don't want the stupid fucking... Stop giving me that. I don't want it. It's not for me. The threat of the Medusa heads is not so much that they're going to hit you and do a lot of damage. It's that they paralyze you, and if you happen to take damage while you're paralyzed, that's what hurts. And there are a few different ways that you can take damage while paralyzed. You can either get hit by an enemy, go figure. You can fall a far enough distance. And that's really about it. But falling deals a surprising amount of damage to you when you do it. Also, the gear puzzle is there again. So we're going to have to deal with that at some point. Okay, come down here so I can fight you on level ground. God damn it. I'm always so bad. I'm trying to pull off Soul Steal and I'm always so bad at doing it. What is it? Left, right, quarter circle, back, and then right. Nope. There it is. Soul Steal and Clock Tower is great because all the Medusa heads die, and they give you boosts, or they give you health for that. So, alright, get up here a little bit, pause real quick. Half circle around to forward, so back to forward is the half circle. Ah, gotcha. That sounds useful. I guess my stone protection went away. God dang it. Alright, that's that one done. Oop. Missed that jump somehow. Okay. That's that one done. Very nice. That one went easy. Come on. That was off screen. That's bull. Wing smash is 3/4 circle, so from back to up. Oh, okay. Alright, let's get down there again where we're on the ground and it's a little bit easier to fight everybody. There we go. They're all dead. Come on, get on there. And there we go. Ah, damn fucking Medusa heads. Anyway. And there we are. Alright, that gives us a diamond, a life apple, and the sunstone. And then up, around, to forward. Oh, okay. Up to forward. Yeah, that makes a certain amount of sense, that would be your best bet. The sunstone, as you may have guessed, improves your status after sunrise. In the chat, the clock being the best way to get through this area, because that will stop all the Medusa heads from coming after you. So, thankfully we're almost done with this area. I'm just going to kind of do my best to ignore the sword boys. Au revoir, all of you guys. Alright. Okay, so let's check out this thing. So you hold jump, and then you go... Ah! I assume that was it. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Deals a little bit of damage. It's nice. It's definitely a quick movement. That's cool. And here's our Dragon Helm, which you might remember from the very beginning of the game. This is the first of the actual, like, a la carte armor set. Does it always talk you out of bat mode when you get to the end of it? Or if you string them together, can you stay in bat mode more or less unlimited? Or for, yeah. Excuse me, more or less indefinitely. I mean, I guess you can just do that to turn back real quick. Alright, that's the other tower. Just gonna kind of drop through back to where we were just to get those map tiles cleared. And then I'm trying to remember where the fuck the closest save point is. Well, like I said, my memory is not so hot. I tend to forget things semi-regularly. Ah, big old coughing fit. Lots of fun, that. Okay. This was the breaking bridge part from the main castle. The parts that would fall down, and we had to wait until we got the double jump to really traverse through all of that. I think actually I'm going to go ahead and fight through to the next save point, and then I'm probably going to take a break there, call it for the day. Because I'm getting pretty close to an hour, over an hour actually, on runtime already, and I need to eat something soonish. So, yeah, that's gonna happen before too long. Yeah. I guess I'll keep the book. The book is fine. Alright, so now we're in the Tower of Mist. There's a save point all the way at the bottom. What was the top, now the bottom. So I'm going to save right here. Get all my health back. I want to thank you guys for coming out. I will be back tomorrow with more of my blind playing of Fallout New Vegas, and then I will try and be back on Friday with more of the quit save as well, because it keeps losing my save file, with more of the, what am I thinking of? That Diablo mod that I've been playing through. So, what are we at now? 6 hours and 13 minutes total. My rooms are up to 1,068. That's cool. So, again, thanks for coming out. Have a good rest of your day, whatever time it may be for you. And I will see you guys next time. Later.